All right, Righteous Redneck here. Pro wrestling fans, I can tell you right now, and it's often been said, who's the toughest guy that's ever been in the ring? There's been a lot of legitimate, tough guys in professional wrestling. In my opinion, professional wrestlers are the toughest athletes that there are. Okay, you got a lot of former football players that have been professional wrestlers, MMA stars that have been professional wrestlers. To me, they're the best athletes in the world because what they do night in, night out. They'll be in one city, travel to another city. They're on the go constantly. What they do every single night, okay? Their bodies don't really have the chance or the opportunity to heal properly unless they take some time off. And many of these guys, they don't do that. Now, granted, these guys don't have the grueling hour-long matches that we saw back in the 70s and 80s. But these guys take a beating. They take a pounding in the ring. And as far as the toughest wrestler ever, in my opinion, and if you guys have not, I challenge you, and you guys will have a lot of fun with this if you do your own research on this guy, Haku. He was known as Haku in the WWF at the time. In WCW, he was known as Ming. This guy, there are stories on YouTube that you wouldn't believe. Haku was, in the WWF days, he was a tag team partner of Andre the Giant, okay? And if you're not too familiar with Haku, Haku is an islander. He's from the islands, Fiji Islands, I do believe. Samoan, and all of these Samoan guys, they're tough. They're not somebody that you want to mess with. There are stories of Haku. There's a story where he was in a hotel bar in Baltimore, Maryland. Okay? Baltimore, Maryland. This guy bit the nose off of a dude just for looking at him the wrong way, for messing with him, This is the type of guy that would toss you out of a 3-story window without a second thought. This is a guy who ripped people's eyeballs out and held them in the palm of his hand, okay? There are some stories out there. So in your free time, get on YouTube and check out some stories on Haku, okay? Because there are some entertaining stories out there. This guy, okay, to give you guys an example, Andre the Giant was a beast of a man, okay? This guy could take a hard-boiled egg and shove it through any ring that he wore, okay? This was a massive, massive man. And when he would get out of line, who would they go and get? All they had to do was say, hey, if you don't get in line, Andre, we're going to go and we're going to grab Haku. And he'll get you in line. Okay? Even though he was much smaller, he was fierce. He was just animalistic, the type of guy that you didn't want to mess with. But at the same time, if you were cool with him and didn't piss him off, he was a great, great guy. You just didn't want to make the man mad. You didn't want to cross him. You did not want to try him because you would pay the price. So if you're a wrestling fan, get on YouTube, do some research on Haku, because you're going to learn some really interesting stories about the guy. Certainly somebody to be respected, certainly a legend, no doubt about it. Somebody that a legitimate tough guy in professional wrestling, and one of the most feared men ever in professional wrestling. So go check out some videos on Haku, and he is my pick as the toughest professional wrestler ever that I saw, certainly. So you guys can take that for what it is. Comment below, tell me what you think, and as always, subscribe, click the bell with the parentheses, be notified of all my future videos. I thank you guys for watching. I'm going to do more videos in the future on professional wrestling. Really want to talk about the state of professional wrestling with the AEW coming up to challenge the WWE, what I think of that whole situation, and just wrestling in general. The current product, I guess you could say. So you guys take it easy.